Abandoned ship! We've been boarded! Get these damn things off my ship! I got a bit of treasure in that chest over there. The weapon you find inside may help with our little imp problem.
Anyone else want to turn?
Fuck off! Get off, you piece of shit!
Summoned these imps to serve as my crew. I forgot what a handful they could be. Once aboard, they wouldn't listen to their captain. They ran amok in the bowels of the ship.
Ready to give up yet?
Okay to drop the pirate voice.
What pirate voice would that?
Wow.
Zinyak's destruction of Earth had a profound impact on the afterlife. To heaven, it was a logistical nightmare. St. Peter's meticulous nature drove purgatory wait times to unbearable levels. Meanwhile, in hell, where souls in pain were used as currency, it created a new era of prosperity for the wickedly enterprising. This economic boon resulted in the coffers of hell to be overflowing, which in turn piqued the interest of the most notorious man that sailed the seven seas. Long had Blackbeard been a thorn in Satan's side, robbing tax collectors on a semi-regular basis. But the promise of an immeasurable fortune drove him to be even bolder. An arrangement was reached. Blackbeard would provide information on strategic targets in exchange for a share of the profit. Johnny, who was interested in murder, not money, happily agreed.
grant ye the ability to summon my crew whenever they're needed. Come to play old Cupid for Dane and Kiki. I raided a Interpol office and found information on where the president is being kept. Evidently, they've been trapped in some sort of soul crystal inside Satan's palace. Breaking in is an impossibility. The best bet to save them is to continue to try to draw Satan out of his palace.
Need to rest the wings. Note to self. Find a way to control lightning.
Heavens.
Lights up. William Shakespeare, humanity's greatest playwright, and hell's most diabolical purveyor of entertainment, looks on as a brave mortal on an Orphean quest enters. The bard's interest is piqued, and he looks to test his visitor's mettle. The masked tragedies were used to enemies cowering as they approached, but soon they realized that they faced a foe with courage and nobility, traits uncommon in the fires of perdition. The inciting incident resolved. The time had come for rising action. The battle raged on below, and as bullets and blood flew, the bard arched a curious eyebrow. Could this mortal be the exact thing that Shakespeare needed? And now, Act 3! conflict resolved, Shakespeare eagerly awaited meeting the champion that dispatched so many of his men. Undoubtedly, they were here for the bard's aid, and while happy endings were not a thing found in hell, Shakespeare always had a soft spot for comedies.
In the land of the living, William Shakespeare is regarded as one of the most prolific playwrights of all time. However, to the denizens of hell, the bard is seen in a far different light. After selling his soul for fame and adoration, Shakespeare served in hell as Satan's spy master general. In doing his duty, Shakespeare would punish the souls he was investigating by forcing them to perform in grotesque passion plays for Satan's amusement. But in a Twelfth Night-esque twist, Shakespeare found himself living a double life. While he projected an image of cruelty, his heart was as soft as Jezebel's. In secret, he would tutor her on the classics and act out the works of his mortal days. When Satan found out, he cast Shakespeare out of the palace, believing that the poet would be tormented by the populace of hell, far out of Jezebel's sight. But Satan had not counted on the bard's cunning. Embracing his persona of master torturer, Shakespeare and his followers, the tragedies, took root in the entertainment district, biding their time for revenge.
And so Shakespeare called forth the Deus Ex Machina to bestow our protagonist with the arcane power of Force Stomp. Lights up. The mortal stands in the training grounds, eager to try out his new Force Stomp power on the group of demons in front of them.
Your suffering will be...
Scene 2, in which our protagonist kills more demons. Act 2, in which our protagonist is greeted by foul imps. In which our protagonist learns that Force Stomp even works on flying enemies, enabling them to remove a Dark Inciter's shield before shooting them to death. With the day is won, and the curtain closes on our noble hero.
Thanks for sharing. This is bad timing.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep.
What, if they wanted to torture you, why'd they use the short version?
This is the short version?
Oh yeah. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. The hobo on the bus goes heh heh heh. My mom had like 80 of them.
Anyone else want to turn?
Give up yet?
We must end this infernal music!
Come, let us return to my castle, so we may plot our next steps in proper surrounds.
Johnny led Vlad back to his castle, which since his incarceration became a haven for frat parties and squatters. But the systematic impaling of trespassers would have to wait. Vlad was a man of his word, and was eager to provide intel that could aid in hobbling Satan's armies.
I bestow upon you the Stygian cold fire. I brought you to this inferno to teach you about the power I have granted you. Cold fire is an aura, which means you must activate the power and get close to an enemy before they will feel the cold embrace of the Stygian flames. Try it against these demons. Well done. Now here comes a dark inciter. Use your aura, then get close to him to take down his shield. From there you can finish him off with your pistol.
You belong to me now. You're nothing.
You've done it. Doesn't it feel good to watch an enemy burn?
Some Nordic company bought the Ultor mineral rights to Mars.
We're standing in a parking garage.
I don't like it either, but Centerpool isn't giving us many options.
I can't believe they tried to force us out.
I can't believe you forgot the mimosas.
I think we have bigger problems.
I don't think you realize how much I love mimosas.
I can't help but notice that people are trying to kill you.
Yeah, they're really big on that here.
What did you do?
Is now really a good time? We can wait until we're done shooting people.
Well, I'm great at multitasking.
Remember when we offered you a deal on that airplane and you responded by killing everyone?
Yeah.
It's like that, but worse.
You gotta try harder than that.
I can tell you're an asshole.
Exquisite.
You're pretty good at this.
Hey, Viola. Thought you should know that Kinsey misses you.
Really? That's so sweet.
Who's Kinsey?
You remember Kinsey. She was that hacker that Matt Miller hated.
Isn't she crazy?
You know, she really grows on you.
Better run.
Tell you're an asshole.
There is no escape. It will be a privilege to end your pitiful life.
Anyone got a mop? Hi. Let's get you two back to date.
Hey.
After being reunited in hell, Kiki and Viola wasted no time in doing what they do best: facilitate the running of businesses. However, the De Winter sisters' success did not sit well with other would-be power players in hell. The sisters' operations all came under attack at once, forcing them on the run. Soon, the twins found themselves on the receiving end of an offer they couldn't refuse. After all, it was better to own 1/5 of something than to be dead.
You helped us. Now let's help you.
Here's a little something made popular by another group of sisters, the Gorgons.
All right, Dane's letting us use his Ultor training room to test out your Stone Blast power.
So go ahead and blast these demons to turn them to stone. After they're petrified, you can use your pistol to shatter them.
for the...
Nice! Stone Blast is especially useful on flying demons like this one.
Alright, now let's see you drop a few more.
A blast will also take down the shield of a Dark Insider, leaving it vulnerable to gunfire.
Take this, Dark. I think you've got the gist of it. Alright, let's go.
Check out the vending machine near the Ultor building. Is it a special vending machine? No. Have you bought stuff from a store already? Probably. But I would be remiss as your guide if I didn't show you the basics.
Better and better. Who builds these fucking things?
I don't want to fight you, Johnny.
Running out of juice. This is bad timing. This should be useful.
A lot of people seem scared of Gat. All right, matey. It's time for your lesson. Let's summon me favorite scurvy-riddled hellion, the Imp. Why don't you start off by summoning an imp to take out those enemies? There you go, matey. Now take down the other... Those little inkle biters are vicious. Now let's practice your aim. Take down the demons on the islands. Few things are as rewarding as pressing someone into service, am I right? Now get going. There's a whole wide world waiting to be plundered.
Good job bringing more people into our little I Hate Satan club. Why don't you take a rest?
Not interested. I got more shit to blow.
I'm just saying I got a lead on where you can find a very nice chair.
I just told...
It has guns.
I'm in. Later.
When I arrived to Hell, my reputation preceded me, and Satan was quick to court my aid. He promised me a new body, a fiefdom, and a castle in exchange for loyalty. I happily agreed. I trained his army, maintained the peace, and ferreted out Satan's enemies. But all of my loyalty meant nothing when I committed the unforgivable sin of failure.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 5. On hoarding sins. Some of the more frugal of the damned take all their worldly possessions with them when they travel, fearful of leaving things behind where they can be taken. Naturally, I've made it incredibly easy for you to spot those individuals, so you may mug them and capture the sins for yourself.
You're nothing but a pawn, Gat. So today, I take you off the board.
Things are definitely taking a turn since Stillwater.
You think I was just some grammar Nazi? Bitch.
Do this all day.